Okay, you can begin.
Okay. Presenting against my opponent himself, Jeffrey Joins, we are debating the Hack-a-Shaq. I am for the pros, my opponent is for the cons. My first statistic for the pro of the Hack-a-Shaq concept, which is fouling a player to make him or put him in a position to miss multiple free throws to put a team in better position to ultimately win. So, but I feel one, it puts pressure on a specific player. Back to my Hack-a-Shaq theory for my opponent.
I agree with my opponent, Demetrius, that it puts pressure on the opponent. But just looking at it from a consumer point of view or just a fan of basketball in general, I think it takes away from the game. It takes away from the flow of the game, and it takes away the excitement. And me being a fan, I wouldn't like to watch a game when you got to stop every 3 or 4 minutes to shoot free throws.
Okay. You have some evidence?
Awesome. Okay. Well, my opponent feels one way. I feel as if it is better because you can take advantage of a bad shooter, which coming back to like reality, of course we want the fans to enjoy time here and we want them to be able to watch the game and enjoy the moment. But ultimately this is a game that the team is here to win, so we feel that we need to use our strategy to our fullest effect and take advantage at all times.
Okay.
I understand where he's coming from, but at the end of the day, you want to sell tickets and put people in the stands because that's what's going to keep it running. There's no basketball without the fans, and the fans want to see scoring. I know I want to see scoring, so I know I got a couple stats here that say 15% of ticket sales are down when that method is in use. So.
Oh, okay. Great statistic.
Okay, for his statistic, very true, very well heard. But 85% of the time when the teams use this strategy, they win. So it's more likely to see the Hack-a-Shaq because of that statistic. They will have a better chance to win, so we will continue to use them.
Okay.
That's true, but again, nobody wants to see a game like that. I got another stat, some more stats here that says 23% of the views are lost when a team is using that strategy. So that means people at home are pretty much changing the channel when that goes on.
Okay, true. That's true.
Some people may feel that, as my opponent feels, that people will change the channel, but ultimately it does things like slow the game down. So it gives you time to change the channel, but you can come back and still see more of the game because the game will be slowed. Okay, for my opponent.
You have a closing argument?
Okay, well, honestly, I'm not really sure. I feel like at the end of the day, when the method is used, we win. Teams win. They have a better chance of winning.
I just ended by saying that although it could be considered a winning strategy, but I just don't think, like I said, from a consumer point of view and being a fan, I just don't think it's good for the game because, like I said, it slows it down, and nobody wants to come and watch a game to see. Like, if I come to see James Harden, I don't want to see James Harden shoot 20 free throws. I want to see him be James Harden and dominate the game. I want to see LeBron go for 50, not all free throws.
Okay.
So I just don't want to see that. I just think it's bad for the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
man.
All right. Not to crush my opponent, but James Harden is a shooting guard and LeBron James is a small forward. But this method is used 73% of the time against centers, which is the biggest position on the floor. There are multiple fans of those players in that position, but some of the star players tend to play a more skilled position.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. And You have anything last to say?
Oh yeah, I mean, although it is used against centers, as he said, it also it affects everybody else on the floor though. They foul in the center, but that stopped the play. So I mean, that could be a play in transition Harden on LeBron could have had, taking away from all the plays. So it's slowing down everything.
All right. Well, this is the last statement.
Well, my
From each
opponent
side.
feels as if it will stop the play, which is perfect. We would love to stop the clock to regain or regroup ourselves and be able to build a strategy quickly if we can on point, or just to give some players rest. You know, give them a break, and it always pans out for the best of our strategy and method.
Okay. And the last comment from you?
Do you want to see Dwight Howard shoot free throws or Harden go get a bucket? You tell me.
Okay. So after this debate, we have a judge, Lawrence, and we want to know, who do you feel, what side do you agree with after the debate from the stats and the arguments given? Do you think the Hack-a-Shaq technique should be used or should it not be used?